Welcome back, everybody. So, your game is made. You're ready to send it out to the masses. What do you do next? That's what we're going to cover in this video. So, to get started, what you want to do is you want to go to your editor, go to Manage Export Templates, and just hit this download and install. Especially if this is your first time. What's it called? Building a game in Godot. You want to do that, so press download and install. It's going to take a few minutes, not even a few minutes, maybe a few seconds to go and do the thing. Right? So. Alright. So, now that that's done, if you go to, let's see, project, or is it editor settings? Editor settings. You want to type in RC edit and make sure that you have a file for RC edit. If you don't have an RC edit file, then you need to go here to this website here, github.com/electron/rc edit/releases, and download the latest file that they have. Make sure you download the x64 file. Alright, and then all you have to do from there is drop it in a folder. So if I go to my folders here, let's see, so I have a dedicated document tools folder in my documents folder, because you want it to be in a permanent folder, something you're not gonna delete, or that it's not gonna delete over a period of time, like your temporaries folder. So it's in my documents, tools, and RC edit, and I just dropped it in there. Once you have that, just right click, copy the address, and you go into Godot and you can paste that in there. Okay, you can even navigate that way by pressing the little item there. After all that's done, you will need to close and restart your project, because it doesn't take effect right away. It takes effect on the next start of Godot. So if you put this in and then you immediately run your project and it's still not working, restart Godot, restart your project, or reopen your project, and then it should work. Once you've restarted your project, you can go to Project Export, and you can choose and you can add which of these you want. For this, we're gonna run our desktop runnable build, okay? And I'm just gonna click on it because I've already added it. But if you go to add, you can see it's right there, Windows Desktop. I'm gonna press Export. I'm going to export it into a folder. In this case, I want to export it into my downloads, and just press save. And now it's packing the game and it's all done. So if I go to my folder and we go to our downloads, you're going to see that it's right here. So then I can double click it, open it up. I redid all that, so I got to close it and reopen it. So let me close it, let me reopen it. So let's go to, give me just a second. building the project. Alright, so we move our folder. Let's open it up. Let's see. Let me bring it over. And there it is. Alright, now, one thing, if you're running for this to be on the web, right? So if you want to put it on like your itch page, then when you're using web runnable, there's a few things you want to do to test it. You can just keep uploading it to you need to run it from a dedicated server, so it won't work from, say, just opening the file. Now watch, it's gonna make me a liar. Let's see. Let's open up the file. So yeah, you're gonna get something that looks like this: failed to fetch. Right. The easiest way is if you're on your home computer, go through PowerShell, and for me, the easiest way is to run Node.js. And I'm not gonna get into particulars on that because but it's pretty simple. If you have some issues, then you can do a quick Google search, and I'll tell you how to run Node.js and npx on your through PowerShell, and that will give you a server that you can then use, and it'll look something like that's not it. What was the server I got? I closed it, didn't I? Alright, now that I'm back after doing all that in PowerShell, if I type in the local host, you're gonna get this index to be able to test it out on your own computer, and from there you're just gonna look for this HTML file and press it, and it should So had to turn down the music and the audio input for that one because that was deafening on my ears, so I can't imagine what it was like on yours. Apologies for that. But this is how you export your game in Godot, and hopefully it wasn't too confusing. If you have any issues with things like PowerShell or whatever, send me an email. My email's on the YouTube, adaptedlab@gmail.com. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I do have a full-time job aside from doing this, so but I try to check my email pretty regularly on there. That way, if there's any issues, I can help you guys out as fast as possible. But until then, So I have had a lot of requests for a 3D tutorial, so that is in the works. I'm currently planning out what type of game I want to do, and whether it's I don't know if I really want to do another 3D platformer, but if you guys want a 3D platformer, then let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep planning, and probably something like a top-down ARPG or something Zelda style maybe. But we'll see what happens. Maybe a 3D space shooter. I like to try to keep these simple for everybody because everybody's learning at different skill levels. So, but if you have a specific type of 3D game let me know. And I'll do my best to make it happen. Until then, keep learning, keep building. I'll see you in the next video.